Hey guys, I finally finished this electric recumbent track. But there's so many things wrong, and I made so many mistakes, and I will show you each of them. Okay. First thing, I want to just show you everything I put here. Basically, I use my 80 volt battery, and I put my 80 volt adapter, battery adapter, just above the controller, and the controller hook up on the frame. It basically looks like this. So the hole will be compatible with all of my adapters. So if you want to use the Ego battery, that's my Ego battery adapter. You can just turn it, put it right here, and there will be a connect to the Ego batteries right away. Put it in. Okay, very simple. And then the controller linked to the motor. That's my brushless motor. It's old one. I think around 2000 watt motor. It's really powerful. I just ride for a while. And like I said, I use one of the gear, the top gear, hook up on the motor, and this is wrong. This is so wrong. I'll show you. Let me put this on. I'll show you. Okay. So I have turn throttle and on off switch right here. If I turn it on and give a little throttle, it start moving. See it? But you see the wrong part is, since the whole flat wheel, the all gears all linked together. So whenever I turn on, which means the panel turn on. Okay, see? Yeah, that's so wrong. You can't do that, you have to keep handle with the foot whenever you turn on the motor. So that's so wrong. Let's get some right. You cannot really handle because the handle is keep running, but I still can get it right. You will be like that. Interesting. The brake, it doesn't install right, so you can hear a lot of sound. And also about the kit, about this track convention kit. So you hear the sound actually from the brake right here. Those kind of brake is hard to adjust, make it perfect, not touching on each other. So they're always making sounds. But also, I think the axle right here is actually, little bit bent. So you can see clearly when I turn on, the flywheel is moving left, right. Let's see. You see here? Which means that the axle, I believe it's bent a little bit. So, yeah, this is a eBay track convention kit. Definitely not good stuff. And yeah, like I mentioned before, the brake line from here. No, that's not brake. This is the brake line. So it's not longer enough directly linked to the brake. So I add another piece. So it doesn't really work well. So it can brake, but it just not really work well. That's the one thing you have to consider when you change the brake line, if it's not longer enough. It's hard to find exactly the length of that brake line to replace it. Yeah, so many things. This Trike convention kit definitely a junk quality. The axle is a bend, and the brake is hard to adjust, and the cup is broken, and actually so the right side is a drivetrain, so you can tie the nuts all the way in because it's a drivetrain, but it's on the left side. So this is supposed running freely. So you cannot really you cannot really tie the nuts always down, because the bearing here is, I don't know, it's just not right. You're supposed still tying down with that bearing, but somehow it just, once you tie down, it just doesn't move right. Yeah. Definitely a junk product from eBay. Yeah, definitely a junk product from eBay. So I'm going to take off everything and build a frame by myself. I got an idea. Definitely will be better than this. This is a junk. This is definitely a junk. You think, even though right now I figure out I cannot really use that free wheel to drive from the motor, but I have no way to add another gear there, because you think that the whole axle goes through the inside, is couple of bearing block the way. You can't add any gear inside. So right now, if I still want to use this convention kit to add a motor, the only option for me is add a motor somewhere here to drive this wheel. Because another wheel is a drivetrain. You can handle with that, and this wheel you can add a motor to drive it. Yeah, that's pretty much only option for me to, if I really want to add a motor with this kit. Otherwise, otherwise you can add a motor in the front wheel. Yeah, that's another option. Well, definitely not a good product. I'm gonna take everything down, return it. Okay, that's my review for this convention kit. So if you plan to build a track, I'm definitely not recommend for this key. Yeah, it's a junk quality. Junk quality. Yeah. Okay, that's it. That's it. And I will design my own, frame of the bag, and I'll keep those wheel and build my own track. It will take a longer time, okay? But I will keep updates for you. Thanks.